Hey guys, welcome to today's webinar about the Cleanse and Restore program. That's a 30-day challenge, but also some more information about supplements that you can use on a long-term basis just to support your health as well. So obviously we just need to cover the basics. Not a healthcare professional, you need to check with your healthcare professional before starting Cleanse. Obviously, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding or have any health conditions, discuss the options with your healthcare professional, and obviously make your own informed decisions and take full responsibility for your own health. So anyway, now that's over. For me personally, the Cleanse has been amazing. I do it generally every 3 months, and when I'm not on the actual Cleanse, I stay on the lifelong vitality supplements, Mito 2 Max, which is the energy and stamina complex when I feel like I need it, and the deep blue polyphenol complex. But I always definitely stay on the lifelong vitality pack at a base minimum. So we'll cover that first, I think, and then go into the Cleanse program and how I support myself through the 30-day Cleanse. So you could, if you've already done a 200 PV order this month, remember that you can do up to 4 this month to get free frankincenses, and to go on the draw to win our Christmas promos. You get to go on the draw for something cool for doing 200 PV orders this month. So jump on and do that as well at the end of the webinar. So we'll go through the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Basically, it's a really incredible trio of supplements that you get together. So we've got the Alpha CRS Cellular Vitality Complex, the Microplex MVP Food Nutrient Complex, and the XEO Omega Essential All Omega Complex. So normally, to try and get 3 products like this, which you couldn't get at this quality anyway, within Australia, you'd be paying several $100s to try and get near this quality. And we get this for US $79.50 from the US warehouse. Hasn't been TGA approved here, and not sure if it ever will be because there's such strict regulations. But even paying US $79.50, you're saving hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and you still wouldn't be able to get this kind of quality here. So it's pretty awesome what we have available to us. doTERRA actually subsidise the Lifelong Vitality Pack for us here in Australia because they recognise that it is such a staple to what we do. So I'll go over a little bit about what each supplement is. Just bear with me 1 second. Have it open just before. Alrighty, so we've got the Microplex MVP, and that's basically similar to a multivitamin. So it's got everything like vitamin A, C, D, E, K, riboflavin, thiamine, niacin, your vitamin Bs, folic acid, vitamin B12, biotin, pantothenic acid, calcium, iron, iodine, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, manganese, chromium. Then it's also got a polyphenol blend, so it's got things like grapeseed extract, pomegranate, different fruits and that kind of thing, and they're all really things that are very high in antioxidants and are going to support against that free radical damage and support you on a cellular level. And it's also got a whole food blend as well, so stuff like kale, which you wouldn't ever catch me dead eating, but I do get it in my Lifelong Vitality supplement. It's got dandelion, parsley, spinach, broccoli, all of these things, cabbage, Brussels, etc., and then tummy tamer blend. So for me, a massive problem when I was taking other supplements, which I've never really done for any extended period of time because I didn't feel like they made any kind of difference to the way I felt on my health. I would just kind of piss them out. I could tell, I would pee like a fluory yellow or orange color and tell that it was, not going anywhere and just creating expensive urine. And also they made me really nauseous. I have really sensitive stomach, and I always felt like throwing up if I took other kinds of supplements. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack has the Tummy Tamer blend within the supplements as well. So it's got ginger, peppermint, and caraway in there to really support digestive health as well. So I always take my supplements after a meal and make sure my meal contains plenty of protein and fat. Take them with quality filtered water. I don't personally take them on an empty stomach. In order for us to utilize and absorb the minerals, etc., we actually do need to have proper fats, and help with digestion and absorption that way. So yeah, that's basically a really, really high quality multivitamin. And the key difference with the lifelong vitality supplements as well is most, like if you go into a health food store or a chemist and buy supplements, they will be synthetic 99.9% of the time, and yeah, generated from very, very poor, low quality types of things, like basically rocks, literally, and yeah, they won't be absorbable by our bodies, but also they often contain mega doses of nutrients, which can actually be detrimental as well, or they don't contain enough of them. And doTERRA put a lot of science and research into getting the perfect nutrient profile, but it's from whole food and yeah, natural sources, not synthetic stuff that's not going to be bioavailable to our body. So moving on to the omega complex. It's got both marine and plant omegas in it as well. So, and it also has an essential oil blend of clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin seed, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile. So again, some essential oils that are going to help with supporting your gut health as well. But also really, really high in antioxidants, again, protecting you from free radicals, supporting your brain function, heart function, all of those kinds of things, hormones, etc. So that one is incredible, and also obviously really supportive for your skin. The vitamin D and E is really incredible for that as well, but also supporting your cardiovascular system, immune system, joint function, and I think I mentioned brain function as well. Fats are so essential for our brain, and that's why, with my history of campaigning against the Heart Foundation, it's something I'm so passionate about, because if we starve our body of essential fats, which is what the Heart Foundation and normal guidelines basically recommend, don't consume natural healthy fats because they'll make you fat, which is obviously a myth anyway. I'm going to go into a massive rant and tangent. I can feel it coming on. But fats are absolutely essential to our brain health, our cellular health, our hormone function, which is why we see so many hormone problems these days, and our sexual function as well really suffers if we don't have essential fatty acids in our lives. So that's why there's so many health problems and so many women with low libido struggling to kind of remember things and function throughout the day. And we're all living basically like zombies because we've starved our brain of essential fatty acids. So obviously, eat your coconut oil, have your avocado, use your quality good fats, grass-fed butter, get all those quality fats in there, eat that with a meal, but then take this as well, because it'll really help boost the right kind of omegas that you'll need, not the extremely high omega-6 diet that we're exposed to in this culture. Anyway, rant over. Moving on to the alpha-CRS cellular vitality complex. This is really quite incredible, the kinds of things it has in here. So we're looking at frankincense, milk thistle, green tea, pomegranate, pineapple extract, which is also known as bromelain. You might have heard of that. It's really powerful. Turmeric, which you can just Google to see the incredible things that turmeric is known for. Grape seed, again, sesame seed, pine bark extract. And then we've got acetyl L-carnitine. I'm really bad at saying these. Coenzyme Q10, which you probably would have heard is amazing for lots of things. Quercetin, ginkgo biloba, and then again the tummy tamer blend, so peppermint, ginger, caraway. So I'll read this and tell you a bit more about that. Let's see. Yeah, so the acetyl L-carnitine, or whatever it is, helps shuttle fatty acids into the mitochondria for energy production, and the alpha lipoic acid supports the production of ATP and acts as a powerful antioxidant in the mitochondria. So that's like our body's way of producing energy. The coenzyme Q10 is an important coenzyme for energy production, supports heart health. Quercetin provides powerful polyphenol antioxidant protection in mitochondria and other cell structures. So it's all really about really supporting those cells, which is obviously what we're made up of and what is required to have a healthy functioning body. The resveratrol is polyphenol found in red wine, supports healthy mitochondrial biogenesis, vitamins and minerals, essential cofactors of energy production in cells, and the essential fatty acids. So they're some of the other things in the different bottles, but that's obviously required for cell growth and supports healthy cellular function. So all about supporting this on the cellular level. Sorry if I'm kind of rambling and talking like a lunatic. It's been a very, very insane and hectic week, and my kids have been quite out of control today, so I need some extra cellular support. I probably should have taken some Mito to max before we started. Okay, what am I looking at here? Support your immune function. So basically what I have found personally is that when I do take the lifelong vitality supplements, and I actually take them regularly and religiously, I take 2 of each with my breakfast and 2 of each with my dinner. I don't stuff around in the middle of the day because I'll just forget about it. But I found a massive increase in energy and vitality. I have much better mood, much less really low periods in my mood, which is obviously amazing. That's just for me personally. And I found my skin is incredibly clearer than it was previously. And also my gut function is just amazingly improved as well. And I just feel all around better, and I get less run down and less prone to, you know, getting whatever's going around, trying to speak compliantly. Oh, it's so much fun. So sorry, I'm just quickly browsing through some of this information because I did want to share some of it with you. Okay, I think that pretty much covered it. So that's the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So always take them, including through the cleanse. If you've never done the cleanse before, I would recommend just starting with the Lifelong Vitality supplements for the first week or so, getting used to them before you start on the actual full cleanse protocol. So then basically the cleanse is that, plus using the Terrazyme, which is our digestive enzyme, which is really fantastic for just helping that gut function, helping us assimilate, absorb, and release the foods that we're digesting, which is a problem a lot of people struggle with because they're eating a lot of rubbish that their body struggles to cope with, and they get weakened acid production in their stomach, which is, you know, a common problem. And then they're normally told to have low acid, they're normally told to have high acid and given antacids, which decreases their acid in their stomach even more, exacerbating the problem and causing more long-term symptoms. And they often use more and more antacids to try and control that, when the actual problem was they needed more acid to digest their food. So we're looking at things like protease, papain, amylase, lactase, lipase, all of the enzymes required to digest your food appropriately. And basically you just take one of those with meals for the whole 30 days that you're on the cleanse. You don't need to do that for like an extended ongoing period of time, but it really, really helps kickstart your digestive system and get it functioning optimally again. And then what you do is once you're into the cleanse for 10 days, so you also, while you're doing that, you take the Zendocrine detoxification blend soft gels for the whole time that you're on the cleanse as well. I'll just tell you a little bit more about them. You can also, if you're wanting to find out more about any of the supplements, literally Google, which is what I'm doing right now, Zendocrine, doTERRA Zendocrine PDF or soft gels PDF, and you'll come up with like the info sheet, which will tell you absolutely everything that you want to know about the supplements. It's really cool. I love reading about them. And I can't memorize everything, so I just Google it and it tells me. So basically, these soft gels support your body's natural detoxification system with a blend of tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper berry, and cilantro essentials. Cilantro is specifically known for helping us detox heavy metals, so it's really quite powerful. And Zendocrine helps cleanse the body of toxins and free radicals that can slow down the body's system. So that heavy weighted feeling is what some people experience. So rosemary, cilantro, and juniper berry are known for their detoxifying properties and ability to support healthy liver function, which is really, really crucial. While tangerine and geranium have purifying effects against unwanted substances in the body. And it's basically a quick and easy way to consume the essential oil blend in the capsule form, which is awesome. So you just take one of those 3 times a day as needed, just through the 30 days of the cleanse. You don't need to stay on that all the time. And then we have the GX Assist, which is a blend of oregano, melaleuca, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme. The other reason I'm reading off these PDFs so that I don't say things that are non-compliant. But basically, it also has caprylic acid in it, which is, I was about to say something non-compliant again, good for supporting a healthy digestive tract by creating an unfriendly environment for potential threats that can disrupt digestive system and cause digestive upset. So basically, you do the lifelong vitality and endocrine for 10 days and Terrazyme, and then you add in the GX Assist for the next 10 days as a part of the cleansing process. So you just take one of them with each meal as well. And it's extremely, extremely powerful. It's really, really helped me with some of the stuff that I was experiencing, which I'm not really allowed to go into in detail, but hopefully you get my drift. And then we have the doTERRA PB Assist. So these you go on for the following 10 days after you finish the GX Assist, which is your GI cleansing protocol. PB Assist is your probiotic defense formula. So it's actually really quite cool. I'm going to open it up and show you something. Just jump back here for a minute. So I don't know, hopefully you can see this. There's like a green capsule within a clear capsule, and basically what they've done is create a time release capsule system. So in the outside in the clear area is actually the prebiotic, and then in the middle in the capsule in there is the probiotic. So they're actually giving you both the prebiotic and probiotic and delivering it to the parts of the digestive system that it needs to work with. So it's really, really cool. Very, very high dose probiotic, and yeah, works amazingly well. I find particularly for my skin, when I use the probiotic, it just has amazing results. I use it in the cleanse, but then I also just use it intermittently throughout the year just to boost that beneficial flora, because I've had quite a lot of problems with lessened beneficial flora thanks to antibiotics and lots of other things in my life. So yeah, the probiotic is absolutely amazing for replenishing that flora and working with those healthy microorganisms that we need, much more so than conventional based probiotics. The science behind this stuff is like honestly incredible. I could ramble about it for many, many hours, but it would probably get very boring for most people. So that's literally all it is. You don't feel like you need to totally memorize, you know, how and when to take them. Literally Google doTERRA Cleanse and Restore. You should come up with an image about like the 30 days what to take when, or if you're struggling to find it, let me know and I can send it through. I'll just post it in the group as well for those wanting to know as a reminder. And then the other things that I like to take, as I mentioned, are the deep blue polyphenol complex, because it's extremely powerful antioxidant support again, but it also just helps me with some of the pain that I have experienced. Yeah, and I really like taking it. It's obviously incredible immune support. Yeah, and it's just got some really, really powerful ingredients, particularly turmeric and frankincense, as well as ginger, green tea, pomegranate, all stuff that we've seen before, but yeah, in that high dose, because they're just the ingredients in the deep blue polyphenol. The Mito 2 Max is amazing. I don't drink coffee and I'm not allowed to have stimulants as such because of my heart condition, but I wouldn't take it anyway. It's rubbish. It will burn out your adrenals. And yeah, basically you're taking stuff that will negatively affect your energy production. It might give you a bit of energy at the time, but ongoing it's really not that beneficial. So this is again working on that mitochondrial level and energy production, actually supporting adrenal function, all of those kinds of things. It's got things like coenzyme Q10. It's also got this incredible mushroom complex, which is really powerful immune support as well. But it's got, yeah, so cordyceps is the mushroom you'll see on the back. And it's also got ginseng and ashwagandha, which is a very powerful adrenal support root as well. So yeah, it's quite an amazing supplement. That's a new one. And I've noticed a massive, massive difference in energy. I often take it like before I'm going to Pilates, or even just every single day, especially if I'm traveling or especially if I'm working a lot and I really need some extra energy support, or even just, you know, as a mum with kids and doing all the things we do, really, really find that super helpful. So hopefully that wasn't too kind of information overload. I know I'm a little bit scattered. I apologize. But yeah, the cleanse is amazing. I highly, highly recommend it if you're wanting to just get rid of all the rubbish that you've eaten over Christmas and the holiday break. If you're wanting to experience clearer skin, if you're wanting to, for me personally, sleep better, feel better emotionally, have more energy and vitality, generally think more clearly, although it wouldn't be evident today. And yeah, just feel really good, especially in my stomach. For me is the biggest benefit is how easily it is for me to digest and absorb and utilize these nutrients. If you know much about farming, unfortunately, it isn't that we can just go out and pick some fruit and vegetables these days and get all the nutrients that we require. Our soil here is absolutely depleted. And farmers aren't working in the way that they used to with turning over the soil properly and working biodynamically and with the environment and supporting the ecology so that all of those nutrients are maintained. Even with organic farming, because we've had so many problems with chemicals and wiping everything out and having one crop, agriculture, instead of that biodiversity, it's really, really hard to actually get all the nutrients that we need. So I personally believe that we do need supplementation to support that. And for me, I've seen the difference in my own health, as well as the testimonials of lots of people that have used them in lots of different age ranges, dealing with lots of different areas of health that they want to support, and experiencing really, really incredibly powerful results. So highly recommend it. Even if you don't want to do the cleanse, get the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Get the Mito 2 Max and just try those for even a month. I can pretty much guarantee that you're not going to go back to how you were, because the difference will be absolutely immense and very, very noticeable. So let me know if you have any questions in the Facebook group, and thanks for watching. Have a great night.